today marks the start of Mental Health Week. Now, it's really important to look after our mental health every week, but this week I think it's really helpful to bring some specific emphasis to this. So, I'm dressed in my Pilates gear this morning. I've done a little bit of Pilates. I try to do about half an hour every day if I can. I'm not a perfectionist about it, so, when I say I try to every day, I probably do it maybe 4 or 5 times a week, and it really helps me feel good. But while I was doing that, I was thinking about recording this, and I thought, well, what do I want to say? So I thought I'd tell you about last night. So last night, my partner Jay and I were having a chat about the fact that it's Mental Health Week, and I was sharing him some of the things that really help improve our mental health. So, one of those things is about what we wear. And yesterday we went out to York for the day and we bought a couple of new t-shirts and bits and pieces. The one I'm wearing today is one of the t-shirts that I've recently bought. Now, why am I telling you about this? Well, what we wear makes a massive difference in terms of how we feel in regards to our mental health. So, I love pink. You'll see me in a lot of pink. It just makes me feel feminine, and that's important to me. It's part of my identity. It makes me feel light and summery and bright and cheerful, and honestly, I feel so much better when I wear pink. And also, this material is lovely. It's a really soft, nice material. And again, like the feeling of the clothes on my skin, that makes a big difference to me. And you can't see, but I'm in my leggings, still from the Pilates. I'll probably wear them most of the day, to be honest. And I've got some bright pink, and I might actually be able to just about, show you some bright pink slippers on, which Jay bought me as well, which again, they're just, every time I see these slippers now, they're going to bring a smile to my face. And so what we wear can have a massive, massive difference in terms of our mental health. So I thought I'd mention that. It's something that I talk about in the book, actually, towards the end of the book, about kind of helping zap our superpowers. Sorry, not zap them, boost our superpowers when we find them zapped. So there's a whole thing about sort of detoxing your wardrobe in the book. So I thought that was quite topical, and it's a bit different maybe, but really does make a massive difference in terms of mental health. And then the second thing I thought I'd mention as well, now I do a lot of this in my coaching, is looking at how we can use our bodies to help change the way that we think. So here's a really, really simple one. I like Wonder Woman, I like superhero characters, but my favourite is Wonder Woman. In fact, I've got my Wonder Woman bracelet on today that my daughter bought me for book launch day. And she does a Wonder Woman spin, doesn't she, to get her from being, Diana Prince to being Wonder Woman. And so it's kind of like it changes her state. So the physical change of state of kind of spinning around actually changes her from one person or one set of attributes, if you like, to another. And it's very much the same with us as well. So if you do find yourself this week or at any time just feeling maybe stressed, anxious, maybe a little bit down, maybe a little bit depressed, I'm not saying this is, a cure-all, but try it, see if it works for you. Actually physically changing what's going on in your body. And so here's 2 ways that you might want to do that. There's loads of ways that you can, but 2 ways that you might want to do that I haven't talked about before. One, if anyone's ever watched Grey's Anatomy, they do it on Grey's Anatomy quite a lot. If they want to change getting themselves out of a bad mood, they'll get up, they'll put some music on, and they'll dance it out. Yeah, and so dancing, literally really going for it dancing as well, a real kind of rah, 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 kind of like, as if you were at a Killers concert, which would be my favourite. Really just dancing it out, moving the body, getting your nervous system kind of like working in a different way, really getting rid of that adrenaline, and just even a few minutes of some vigorous dancing it out will put you in a different psychological state. It's certainly worth a try. Secondly, I was reading about this yesterday, having an adult tantrum. Now you might think this is, again, a little bit mad, and I'm going to try this next time I'm really frustrated because my technology isn't working or something like that. Then I'm going to lie on the floor and I'm going to give it a proper paddy, like the toddlers do, and just get rid of all of that built up, pent up frustration out of my body and therefore out of my mind as well. So again, I'm not saying it's a cure-all, and I'm not kind of trying to be like belittle things like depression, but you know, if you're just finding yourself just not in the right mood for whatever you need to perform in life, you know, that's a way of just physically getting rid of some of the kind of like unhelpful thoughts that are going on in your head, is to actually get it out of your body. So try that. And the last thing that I wanted to mention, I hadn't expected to go on for quite so long, is we are now 2 weeks and a couple of days away from book launch, and I've still got my bubble that my daughter bought me, my balloon. So this was a Super Neuro U book launch balloon that she bought me, and I just wanted to say my bubble still has not burst. Book sales are going great, so thank you so much for everybody that's been supportive. The balloon is coming back, and if you have read it, and I know lots of you have, it would be fabulous if you could pop a review onto Amazon for me, or give me feedback even on the comments to this, or DM me. That'd be absolutely fantastic. There's loads and loads more stuff in the book. The book isn't specifically about our mental health, but in the coaching that I do in the book with Laura, there's a lot of it, you know, is about helping her control her thoughts and manage her thoughts more effectively in order to manage her